Okay, I think I'm live. Well, welcome everyone, and I'm so glad that you're here today. We had a little bit of technical difficulty here getting our Zoom to connect with the YouTube channel, but I'm here now, and I'm happy to uh, see that you are here. So just give me a moment to collect my thoughts, and we will begin. In the next in the next 10 minutes, we'll do a simple drawing meditation to help you slow down, focus, and feel more relaxed and inspired. This is the second session of our June series, Color and Calm, a three-part journey into creativity and mindfulness. We're live on the YouTube Steinberg, oh, excuse me. We're live on the Yehudit Steinberg Art and Design Studio channel, and I'm Yehudit Steinberg, a certified Zentangle teacher, and I hold a master's degree in adult learning and community education with many years of experience in meditative drawing, movement, and other expressive arts. My goal here is to help you gently connect with your creativity. Each session in this series is just 10 minutes of meditation because even a few mindful lines at a time can lead to something beautiful. I've marked off the 10-minute drawing meditation. I'll be doing that after the live, and this is on the channel to be there for an indefinite period of time, just in case you want to jump to that section, although I do offer some additional information that you might find helpful. Over the course of 3 sessions, we're creating one layered piece, adding line, shape, and color one layer at a time. This is the second in the series, although you can watch and follow along in this video and then refer back to last week's video in the series playlist, 10-minute drawing meditation. If you'd like to follow along using the same string pattern, you can download the free worksheet. Just click the link in the description below. But I want to show you what this looks like. This is the 10-minute drawing meditation, and this is exactly the size I'm working on, a 3.5-inch Zentangle tile. I also have want to show you, because it came to my attention that a number of you have not been able to find the description. So I wanted to show that to you here. So you may be able to see that on the screen, but it's giving me the wrong screen. So I will do a separate video on this. And if you are having trouble finding the description, then that will be in a separate video because I don't want to take the time to do this time. Okay, so now let's move on. So the supplies that you need today are really very minimal. I have them sitting here. I use a micron or a permanent archival ink marker, and the 01 is great. If you're heavy-handed like me, I use an 03 because these tips are a little bit, they're a little bit finicky. So if you're a heavy hander, and you may find an 02 or an 03. And then I also have a graphite pencil, and I have my blending stump. Now, if you plan on coloring your drawing after the after we draw in ink, make sure you're using a permanent ink pen like this Micron, and always test your pen and watercolor combination before adding water on a separate piece of paper so you don't ruin your design. So before we begin, if this practice feels helpful to you, I invite you to subscribe, like, or check the description below for upcoming classes and your free starter guide. All right, let's begin by getting grounded in our body and take a couple of deep breaths. So we will take a deep breath in and hold it and let it out. Let your eyes gently close or soften your gaze. Feel your body supported by the chair. Notice your feet resting on the floor. And let's take another slow, deep breath in. Hold it and let it out. Feel your shoulders drop. Soften your jaw. Relax your hands. And let's take a final deep breath in and out. Now, silently set an intention for your time here today. It could be as simple as, I welcome ease. This time is just for me. There's no need to get anything right, no need to fix or perfect. This is about the joy of one line at a time in this moment. Okay, so today we are drawing a couple of tiles, a couple of tangles into our tile. And the first one is Zentangle, which is a Zentangle Zentangle tangle, and it's a geometric tangle pattern characterized by square-shaped spirals. Now take a screenshot. I'm going to move this away so you can get a clear screenshot here of Zentangle as I tell you a little bit about this tile. As I said, it's square-shaped spirals within a grid. It is considered a classic pattern, sometimes also referred to as ambler, and is constructed by filling each square of a grid with a square spiral, creating a sense of interconnectedness or mingling. The second tangle that we will do today is called Shattuck. And take a screenshot of Shattuck. This tangle is a versatile pattern that can be used as a border, ribbon, or filler. It is characterized by a series of parallel, straight, or curved lines. Mine here are curved, and they create a texturized effect, often resembling ripples or scales. Its simplicity allows for numerous variations that create a beautiful rhythmic flow. We'll draw them today slowly, one mindful stroke at a time. So we'll begin. We'll begin drawing, and I'm going to begin with a mingle, and we'll begin in this space. So we've already drawn the string. As I mentioned, the string, you can download it in the link is in the description. If you have a question or can't find the description in your in this YouTube video, then please comment and ask the question, and I will give you the link in the comments of this video as well. So the first thing that I did, if you take a look at where we're headed, is that I divided this into two. So here's one mingle and another one. So I'm going to start by drawing a line, and I'm going to follow the curve here a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's totally equal, which this is not perfect, and it will work just as well. And you can see that this is a little smaller than that one. But then I'm coming here, and I do a slight curve, very slight, but it will, when you fill the pattern in, will give it a curved effect. Okay. So I like to start in the center, and this is a square spiral, basically. So and you can go to clockwise or counterclockwise. This went clockwise, and I try to keep it kind of even around. And we have drawn one. It's kind of, if it goes off, then I'm just gonna pick it up and bring it over. And you'll adapt to each of these squares because they're not going to be totally even. And that's perfectly fine. Take your time. Remember to breathe. And so we're imagining where it would be if we can't fit it all in. And you see it went off this way. And then I just draw in the air, and I can bring it right down here. Now I will work on this row that looks a little bit bigger than that other row. Now, next week, we will be finishing the other areas that we don't do this week, and I'll give you a short demonstration of how I add watercolor pencils to the drawing once it's been once we've drawn it. This particular one, I did the background watercolor pencils, but I put it in prior to drawing the ink on top. So you're going to want to make sure that you are using permanent ink if you plan on adding water. But you could also color this with watercolor pencils, and then that wouldn't matter. So now we're going to move on to Shattuck. And with Shattuck, the way I'm going to put that in, Shattuck is like, there's like these triangular shapes. So I'm going to create this triangular shape in the corner here, and then I will have equal lines. I work on that, but it doesn't need to be totally equal. These are straight. These I did, you can see I did curve lines here, but this ended up being straight. I also, you can take all these lines and go all the way to the corner like this, but I like to add a little contrast in my Shattuck, so I am taking the corner here and inking it in. Now I'm going to turn my tile slightly, and I'm going to create another triangular pattern. But it's going to go, see, this is heading off in this direction. This will be coming in the opposite direction, and we just draw our straight lines. It's a little bit of a tricky pattern. And so if you've never done it before, you may want to practice in your sketchbook or on a separate sheet of paper. I have a video in the playlist Inktober 2024 on Shattuck, and you can watch that video on how Shattuck is put together, or you can go to you can search in Google for this pattern. Go to tanglepatterns.com, and she has quite a few, and look up Shattuck, and she has quite a few different videos that show you how to do this pattern as well. So if you have a question about the pattern, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'd be happy to help you in learning how this pattern works and guiding you to the right materials. So we have now finished Emagle and Shattuck, and we still have a couple of spaces to fill in for next week. And I will, so let's take a moment to look at what you've created so far and notice the contrast between this week's tangles and the ones that you did last time. There's no need to finish it all today. You're building a beautiful tile, one line at a time. Now let your hand come to rest and take a soft breath in and out. If you'd like to add a few finishing touches, a sparkle, or some other lines to it, feel free to do that. Now ask yourself gently, what do I feel right now? What shifted in these 10 minutes? You've created something that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. That's the magic of this practice. Well, that's it for today's short drawing meditation. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and show your work in the comments or in our Facebook group, Beginners Zentangle 101, with the link that's in the description. To find links, listen to the first part of the video. Well, that didn't work too well. I will create a special video that's going to show you where you can find all the links, because I'm not the only one that gives you links in video descriptions. And it came to my attention this week that a lot of you don't know where to find these valuable links that we give you in the description. So check the description below for your free drawing guide, the info on upcoming classes and events, and a link to the Facebook community where you can share your drawings, ask questions, and connect with each other. Well, thank you for making the time for yourself. Be gentle with your creativity. Don't forget to breathe. And I'll see you again next Saturday, same time, same place.